It's really hard to fight cancer. You are fighting the disease physically and emotionally. The one thing, and if I could say to anyone who's diagnosed today and going forward, is that your attitude and the way you look at it is the way you get through your cancer diagnosis. For about a year before I was diagnosed, I knew something was going on. I attributed it to getting old. So I was a runner and I couldn't run like I did a year ago. As things progressed, I started to note that I had a lymph node in my groin area that was enlarged. I didn't really know what it was at the time. At that point, at no time did I ever think cancer. I mean, it just wasn't a thought. I thought, oh, I have an infection or I have a cyst, or at no point did I ever think I had cancer. So I joked when I went for my follow-up appointment, and I said to him, like, all right, so am I ready to run it? Can I run it again? And I knew something was wrong when he said to me, oh, why don't you sit down, and sat face to face to me and said, you have cancer, you have lymphoma. And that was a shock. I was there by myself, at 9 o'clock in the morning, went into the parking garage at Upper Chesapeake, and I sat in my car and cried. And I didn't know what to do. All I could think about is, like, are my kids gonna be taken care of? That's the type of emotional, and shock. This whole experience, navigating this took me to my knees. I mean, I didn't know where to go, what to do, where to even start.
Most patients like Michelle are like how any of us would react. They're just stunned. They're shocked to get a cancer diagnosis. And she was no different. And my role and Cancer LifeNet's role was to take that away from her and to really try to help make sure that all of her emotional needs were met while we were taking care of the rest of her treatment.
I appreciated knowing that the whole place was focused on helping people get through a cancer diagnosis. So that first day that I had the visit with Dr. Phil, I got a tour of the facility. So I knew that if my hair fell out, the wellness program was there, and I could go get my head shaved if I needed. I could go get a wig if I needed to. There was also classes. So there was a Chemo 101 class that I went to with my friend Christina.
I walked in with my notebook and my pen, and then I was so excited because then they handed us this booklet of emergency phone numbers and resources and everything. So that experience was wonderful. And at first, they say, okay, you sit and you look at you listen to the information and you're trying to take it all in, and you can see the fear in her eyes. The boys were with us, kind of see the fear in their eyes too. And then they take you on a tour, because then when you walk into those rooms, you feel it's welcoming. It's not sterile environment. I think that put her at ease a little bit.
My community was there helping me go through this process every step of the way. And even from an infusion nurse perspective, in that whole place, when you walk in there, everybody feels like community. Whether I knew them before or not, everybody smiled, everybody understood what the patient or patients were going through, and were helpful not only to me, but to my tribe, the people who were there to support me, the people who were helping me. Everyone helped all of us the best that they could.
When you have cancer, you go through a lot of indecision. First of all, it becomes the focus of your life. You forget about work. Sometimes you forget about family. You forget about all the other things you try to do. You just want to get up and try to survive the day. And this is where the Cancer Life Network really comes into play, because they don't leave you alone. they're with you every day. You're able to experience camaraderie, people that are going through the same issues that you do yourself.
The whole idea behind Cancer LifeNet really began as neighbors helping neighbors. You know, it began with a community group who wanted to make a difference for people being impacted by cancer right now in our community. While it's wonderful to build buildings and give money to research, and all of those are very important, critical things, there was a group of community members who said, we want to help people today. We want people, you know, to have someone to turn to. Harford County is very busy, and we've grown a lot in the 20 or so years that I've lived here. This community has grown tremendously. But we still have a small town feel, and we still take care of our own.
Having the University of Maryland Kauffman Cancer Center in our backyard is huge. The fact that people in this community have donated time and have donated small sums and large sums of money to make sure that this community has this resource in its backyard made all of the difference to me.
Sometime in your life, you're going to need the treatment at Upper Chesapeake Health. You cannot go and drive an hour and a half down to the major medical centers in Baltimore. And you want to have confidence in our system, and it's worth the investment. It's the best investment community can make to take care of their health system.
Going through this and seeing the community of friends I have and the Kauffman Cancer Center community has really made me feel like this is where I'm supposed to be. There is a reason why I live here. I didn't just end up here by accident. And now that I'm a week and a half from the year anniversary of my last chemo, I feel I'm ready to go out into the community and give back everything that people have given to me. I, from the bottom of my heart, can't thank those people enough who had the vision for this in the community and then who have worked so tirelessly to see it to fruition, and who today continuously work tirelessly to make sure that these programs are funded and that this community has this resource.